This event today is a great example of the community partnering together with VA to provide opportunities for healing. The garden itself is an example of that, because this garden was totally restored with the help of the community, and something that we wouldn't have been able to do by ourselves. And so what we want people to know is that veterans have a lot of needs, and no one agency can do everything. And so we really want to partner and become real partners with our community, with our nonprofits, and with veterans, and make sure that they have everything they need, and we're always improving and always growing opportunities for healing. So this is a perfect example of that today.
We have since gotten national legislation, and this property is reserved now for veterans to take care of the open space and to give them direct service. So it's been a long journey, and it's going to be a better journey now that I've met Laura Sharp and her wonderful artist.
We think this event is very important because it illustrates the things that the Veterans Park Conservancy does. It's another reason to provide a home for lovely people like Laura Sharp and her Artists for Trauma. We have the garden now, and we are going to further develop another about 5 acres here, which we hope will be more places and spaces for rest and relaxation for our veterans. We're really pleased to have Laura here. It's been a pleasure to meet her. She's such a lovely person, and I can see why she's the driving force for the Artists for Trauma.
8 months ago, I was introduced by a dear friend of mine, Dick Kelsey, to Laura Sharp and her mission with the Artists for Trauma. So it's been about 4 or 5 months to kind of feel where my skill set could be introduced and integrated into what I think is a very extraordinary, heartfelt agenda, Laura's. And we are about to embark on a project, that we feel can help her, which is the Incubator Project, where we bring artists that they've found, trauma victim artists, and we engage them in the studio and basically try to provide an opportunity for them not only to create, but in the process of creation, they wind up having an epiphany that's so transformative that they move forward and become more hopeful and engaged in life. Don't be surprised if we say it's just at a production meeting. We'll just say, let's get to work.
Okay. Art it's a very spiritual process. And you not always, but quite often, end up operating on a whole different level of being.
And I'm an artist for Artists for Trauma. I'm a sculptor in the Glendale area, and I got involved with Laura through an exhibition, this exhibition called One Grows Face. And I started sculpting these faces after I had a massive stroke in 2009 that I've since 100% recovered from. But I'd lost my vision, and I'd lost my speech, and all kinds of major things had happened in my life as a severe trauma, as did Laura's. And that's where we connected as artists and recoveries, so to speak. And all kinds of things have rooted from that fantastic blessing in my life.
It was a great opportunity for people who don't necessarily paint, to immerse themselves in the little minutia of what's happening on that canvas. And then for that brief moment, have that be the only thing their brain's focused on, and then suddenly step away and be back into the regular world again. But what that experience just did was actually develop new synaptic pathways, so that the brain has been now engaged and taught a new journey. And that's how you heal.
Reset, colors.
It's a pleasure for us to be here and to embark on our latest project, which is Stein Oppenheimer Program Health Sciences. With his wife Gail, beautiful lady you see here, their Stein Oppenheimer Endowment awards medical research in education and patient care at UCLA.
just such really a hallmark day of celebration. It really is, we see us kind of going to the next level with our patient-centered care journey here at the VA. This Rose Garden is something that came about through the Veterans Park Conservancy. It was 10 years in the making, and now we're celebrating Mr. Oppenheimer, who has been a big patron to make it happen. And what's most exciting is we've started to do construction on Building 220, which is right next to this Rose Garden. And it's going to really help us bring all of our new therapies together, Tai Chi, acupuncture, what our new returning war vets are asking for. They don't want to be on pain medications. One of the great things we're going to do in the building is have an integrated pain clinic where we're bringing together all complementary and alternative approaches to pain management versus narcotics. And we think that having this Rose Garden right next to the building, we'll be able to do these programs inside and bring them outside, and just hundreds of veterans are going to benefit from this, and it's just so exciting. We want to continue to develop this area and advance these programs. We want to do more pilots. We want to do more research. So anyone who's interested in getting involved, just let Veterans Park Conservancy be aware of it. And it's just a very, very exciting time for us. And today we're demonstrating art therapy, which is another component of looking at alternative therapies for patients. It's an opportunity to try different things that seem to be, I feel that really healthcare of the future is going to move to this. Why? Because it's non-invasive, it's less expensive, and it really, really works.
Excited about this event and to provide another opportunity for healing for veterans. Our veterans have told us that they are very, very interested in integrative approaches and healing mind, body, and spirit, and of course the healing arts are an important part of that. Delving into someone's creativity and using creativity to help heal inner wounds. So we're very honored that Laura has chosen to do this event here and worked so hard to bring this event here to our veterans. And we thank her for all of her hard work in creating this vision and having it finally happen today.
For me to have the opportunity to serve in the Army Air Force during the World War II and in the U.S. Air Force as a jet pilot during the Korean War. I am now grateful to have the opportunity to be involved with public-private philanthropic efforts that benefit our veteran men and women, to find small ways to thank them for their large service in defending this great country.
Before you sit down, and I will help you with this. We've had so many letters of gratitude and commendation that we've put them together in a booklet here. Last count, there were over 15 of them. So you can look at this in your leisure, and I hope that it will bring you fond memories.
And thank you, Carl, for that lovely introduction. As I shared with you, I am so very grateful to be here and to share with all of you a creative healing through art model that positively enhanced the quality of my recovery. Approximately 50 surgeries, and after many levels of mutations, which are not obvious to the eye right now, I emerged strong, positive, and focused from that helicopter crash 5 years ago. This is a deeply emotional honor for me to participate for the recovery of veterans and veteran trauma survivors, and to honor Mr. Jerry Oppenheimer, a man whose vision and efforts have greatly affected the quality of empowering human lives. We are here to celebrate and honor you, Mr. Oppenheimer, for your creation of whole body, mind, and spirit healing environments for veterans and civilians alike. We are also here to celebrate and honor our returning veterans and their courage, bravery, and sacrifice, celebrating in a most reverent way, with respect and appreciation and admiration for the great personal and physical risks that they take on behalf of our country. These risks often resulting in serious physical trauma and PTSD issues, disfigurement and disability, their lives forever changed. Serious trauma and severe PTSD often requires reinvention of self and involves a very long-term recovery process. At Artists for Trauma, we believe there is great opportunity for quality recovery from trauma. We believe compassionate human interaction combined with artistic engagements like photography, film, sculpture, dance, music, meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, and more are effective and empowering healing tools. They inspire the trauma survivor to rise above and beyond their physical and mental pain toward reinventing themselves. At Artists for Trauma, we provide one-on-one artist pairings and group workshops for our military and civilian trauma survivors and their families, as well as we provide all of the art materials. Trauma happens to the entire family. We encourage you to engage in our artist workshops. Today's sessions are designed specifically to provide you an opportunity to experience firsthand the wonderful and fun healing power of compassionate and artistic engagement. Our volunteer artists, as well as myself, are available for any and all questions regarding today's sessions and regarding our ongoing free veterans art programs. Again, as I shared earlier before, it's really an honor to begin working with the Healing Through Art programs, the patient-centered care program with the VA. Our aim is to provide a creative pathway to enable and empower the recovering veteran to reconnect with self, their family, and their community. We thank you again for being the wonderful human being that you are. You truly are a legend. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
Forward, on. Right shoulder, on. Forward, move.
When I first got involved with Artists for Trauma, it was just about a month ago I contacted them, and a few weeks later I was invited to this event, and I had no idea of what it was going to be, because I'm more than just an artist, not that it's just an artist, I'm a holistic health counselor, and everything of which they spoke about today that Jerry Oppenheimer has been building is what I do. It's all mind, body, spirit. I'm just very excited to be here and to see the response from everybody about it.
This program is helping people that have different trauma. So we decided to come out and help, and it's been a great day.
Valerie, we're part of the same choir. This is Agape International Choir. And Melanie is a good friend, and we've done volunteer work with her before. So when she asked, we just said yes.
But this one was a different version of volunteering because I usually volunteer with kids and all. But I kind of liked it. It was fun. It made me work, and I liked the food too.